Hey everyone, Robert here, author of Expansion Mastery, the practical guide to living a fully engaged life. Are you ready to start living? Are you ready to fully enjoy this holiday season? Are you ready and willing to transform yourself and your life from ordinary to extraordinary? Welcome, my friends, to the Fully Engaged Life. Welcome back to the show, everyone, and welcome to the holiday edition of the Fully Engaged Life. I would like to wish all of you happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. However you choose to celebrate this holiday season, I hope you celebrate it to the fullest. As you know, I am not a fan of organized religion, as most of it, if not all of it, is used to control the masses through fear, and I do not agree with that. However, I do embrace this time of year because it's just so nice. It's a time when people have the tendency to be a little kinder, a little more compassionate, a little bit more mindful of one another. And I don't know about you, but I just love to give gifts. I love to give gifts to my family, to my wife, to friends. I really enjoy that. So while I do not observe it in any religious manner whatsoever, I do enjoy it, and I'm not against calling it Christmas. Yes, I know that it was not the time of the year for the birth of Christ and all of that stuff, but I just look at it in a secular way and enjoy it for what I choose to make of it. I think holidays are important. They're a time that allow us to easily increase our vibrational frequency, to hold a sense of appreciation, love, and compassion. And whenever we can do that, whatever the reason, it's always a good thing, right? You know, though, I haven't heard much of anyone talking about the holiday this year yet. And it's right upon us. So I hope that changes, and I hope people can find a way to lighten their hearts. Yes, I know there's a lot of negativity looming in the world right now, and I understand how it can be difficult to get into the holiday spirit, but it is more important than ever this year that we do so. This is the perfect time of year to recharge your vibrational battery and truly enjoy the holiday season with those you love. I always get with my wife and we take the time to go somewhere enjoyable and spend the day setting our life goals for the next year. This gets us pumped and excited for the upcoming year and everything we desire to accomplish and experience. And it allows us to raise our vibrational frequency to match that of which we desire to attract into our life. So I hope all of you will take this time and use it to raise your vibration. But it helps to know why the vibration gets lowered in the first place. I still find that people have a difficult time really tuning into this whole vibrational thing. So I'd like to offer it to you again this year, and I'd like to let you see what is happening to lower it, and then offer you simple solutions for countering that and raising your frequency back to those higher frequencies of love, joy, and appreciation. The one thing to understand with a lower vibration is that at this moment in time, much of it is not even your fault. It's not your fault that is happening. Much of it is being done to you intentionally to keep your vibration lowered. Yes, you heard that correctly. I've addressed the war on spirituality and reality, and this is part of it. There are those twisted individuals who want world domination, right? And they seek to enslave humanity and prevent the consciousness shift. And this is at the very heart of this war that we are experiencing right now. And it is being fought feverishly here in the United States, and then we can see other battlegrounds throughout the world as well. If they can succeed in preventing humanity from raising their vibration, then the consciousness shift cannot take hold. Twisted, I know. Unbelievable? Yes, I know that too. Yet this is true, it is happening, it is reality nonetheless. The world is divided right now between these two reality paradigms, and this is a reason for the seemingly massive differences and fighting between people. But we don't have to be affected by it, if we choose not to. This doesn't mean that we have to act in resistance to it or anything else. It just means that we can consciously choose not to participate in that paradigm, and make the conscious choice to hold a higher vibration for ourselves. You may recall the water vibration tests performed by the late Dr. Emoto, right? The scientist in Japan who would give different emotional frequencies to water or snowflakes or something like that, anything to do with water, right? And the crystals, if you yelled at them or whatever, the crystals would turn dark and disfigured. And if you told them you loved them, then it stayed pristine, right? Well, this sort of test has recently been conducted with plain white rice as well, where they have 3 jars. One jar is where they give loving thoughts and words to it. Another is that they just leave it alone, don't do anything. And then a third is where they say nasty things to it, right? They swear at it, they yell at it, they degrade it, all of that sort of stuff. And it's very interesting. In the same amount of time, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was like after 30 days, this white rice that they treated nicely was still perfectly good to eat. The rice that they just let go just started to naturally decay, as it would any other time. And then the one that they degraded was actually misshapen, black, brown globs. It looked hideous. Nothing, obviously, you could eat. And what this tells us is that we need to understand that our body is made up primarily of water, and then we have mast tissue, right? And the rice is kind of equal to that. So we can see the effects of vibration and emotion on our entire physical makeup. Our water, the liquid part of us as a human being, and then as the matter part of us as human being, we can see that both of these things are incredibly impacted by this. So right now, it's so hard to hold a high vibration because of everything going on in the world. And it's more important than ever that we do so. So I'd like to explain to you why some of these things are happening and what we can do about it. Now, yes, a lot of low vibration situations come to us courtesy of our own ego. We can't deny that. We can't place 100% blame on external forces because no one is that powerful. We hold that power over ourselves, and it is our ego that lowers and destroys our vibrational frequency more than anything. However, there are those forces out there right now, these individuals or groups that are trying to purposefully invoke the ego, inflate our ego to unsustainable levels, and at the same time play upon those things that would lower our vibration, trigger our ego, and we are being bombarded with these things mentally, emotionally, and physically all the time. This is what we need to step outside of. We don't have to participate in these things, and I'll explain how you can escape them very easily, so that you can raise your vibration and keep it higher for this holiday season and moving forward into 2018. The first thing to understand is that we are under attack with violent and twisted sex in movies, TV, books, and even reality. This sexual perversion in lifestyles is being pushed as the new norm, as something cool, but it's meant to lower our vibration. When you participate in these things, if you watch the movies, if you read the books, if you allow that to become part of your sexual reality, you are lowering your vibration. You are allowing it to be negatively impacted and lowered. So look around and look how bad this has gotten. Look how accepted, this sort of violence in sex and all of this really twisted pornography and things that are just constantly being placed in front of people. But we don't have to watch the movies. We don't have to watch the television shows. We don't have to read the books. So if we avoid those things, then our vibration cannot be lowered by them. If we do not take it into our own reality, then our vibration is not lowered by such things. So instead, we can watch movies that raise our vibration. We can watch a television show or a series that raises our vibration. We can read books that raise our vibration. And then, of course, we can manifest that into our reality. We also have senseless, graphic, and disturbing violence being placed in front of us. Movies, TVs, books, and reality once again, right? There's all this gore and blood and just twisted violence that is being put in everything. Everything has crime and drama shows and all of this entire element. It's being placed in front of us for a reason. You have to understand it's there for a reason. These people are putting that in front of everyone through these sources of entertainment in order to keep our vibration low. Once again, easy to avoid, isn't it? We just don't have to watch it or read it. We don't have to be violent in our reality. We can promote love and joy and appreciation instead of violence. Do you understand? These are the two paradigms that are out there right now. One that is pushing twisted, inverted logic and perversion in every way, shape, and form, and then another of people holding a high vibration that just simply choose not to be part of that paradigm and construct their own, to live their own high vibrational lives, living fully engaged lives. We are also being bombarded with massive amounts of unhealthy foods and drinks filled with preservatives and chemicals that damage our DNA, that damage us on a cellular level. Think about that for a moment. Yes, people are aware that these things are in the food. The food is poison. The food is not fit for human consumption. So we have to make sure we step outside of the boxed, processed, fake stuff, and we need to take responsibility for our health and well-being. This would be like the rice test, right, with the matter. This goes towards our body. The liquids we take in would be like the water. So if we're pouring in junk and digesting junk, what do you think that's going to do to our vibrational frequency of the liquid state of our being as well as the matter state of our being? It's not going to do anything good, is it? No. So we have to make sure we're putting in good, clean waters. I recommend alkaline waters. I recommend finding a good water that is true. Run a pH test on it. Make sure it's truly alkaline so you're not wasting your time and money. Make sure that you're drinking some Fiji water. You can check the benefits of that as far as getting things like aluminum particles out of the brain, because the silica in Fiji water can cross through the blood-brain barrier, and then those things attach to it and it flushes it out. So these things are good. See, we have to get things. We have to have natural organic foods. I mean, truly sustainable grown foods. We have to be very, very picky and mindful of what we choose to ingest into our bodies. There is also a constant state of negative, fake news designed to cause hatred, fear, confusion, and social unrest. We have to understand what is fake, and we have to step away from it. We don't have to need to fight it. We don't have to resist it. We just have to tune it out. We have to walk away from it, see it for what it is. We have to be awake enough to see the reality of what this fake stuff is that's going on right now in all the mainstream news outlets. And we have to be able to direct our attention elsewhere. Anyone who's buying much of anything coming out of any mainstream news source at this point in time is purposely choosing to buy into this twisted logic, perverted paradigm. But you have to understand it is a choice, and we can choose not to participate. We're also having drugs pushed on us. There's a reason right now that they want to allow the legalization of marijuana and things. At the same time, all of a sudden it's coming out that we have this opioid addiction, right? So we want to understand that while marijuana can mellow you out, it also lowers your vibrational frequency. Yes, that may be a shock because everybody that smokes it seems to think that it raises their vibration because they get all happy and they get mellow, and wrong. Okay, wrong. It's a false state of mental awareness that you put yourself in when you use such things. Now, I see the medical value in hemp oils and things to treat diseases. I'm not against that at all. But I do not participate in drug use. I've never even smoked a regular cigarette made of tobacco, and I don't have any desire to do that. And while I don't agree with the war on drugs because it's just a cover for government organizations to run their drugs, we have to realize that these things stop us from attaining a state of real awakening. I've addressed this in previous episodes, so I highly recommend staying away from this sort of thing, as well as understanding the dangers of vaccines and prescription drugs. There's a reason why they're pushing all this stuff. There's a reason why they lean on physicians so heavily right now to push their drugs, and they can even lose their licenses if they don't push these drugs on people who don't even need them. Think about that. We also see holistic doctors. As of last night, there are 81 reported holistic doctors that have been assassinated so far. We've got to open our eyes and see what's happening, people. We have to be sensible. We have to be sharp. We have to stand strong and not participate in these distractions and things such as drug use. Let me explain something to you, and I'm saying this from my heart to your heart. When you are living a fully engaged life, when you are truly happy, when your vibration is raised and you are truly happy, you love who you are, you love your spouse, you love your life, you love where you live. When you are in a state of constant love, appreciation, and joy, there is no better drug. There is nothing that can make us feel better than that, period. We also have a great religious conflict and culture conflict being perpetuated and causing mass separation. These things are being forced upon us as well, but we don't have to give into it. It's an illusion being created. It doesn't even really exist. We want to make sure that we don't fall for these things. Instead, we just stand strong with who we are and our own spirituality, and we don't worry about all that other stuff. We don't need to try to force people to be what we are, to see things the way we do. That's all ego. And that is one of the ways that the masses are being controlled right now. Have you noticed, too, when we talk about all of the movies and we talk about podcasts and forms of entertainment, the amount of unnecessary, absolutely senseless swearing that's going on in these things? At first, it was done for a little bit of shock value, and then it was for humor. And why is swearing so funny? Have we really dropped that far in intelligence? It used to be that swearing was used as a strong emphasis to make a point. It was to grab somebody's attention. Now people just think it's funny. They find it amusing. Do you understand how low vibration that is if you find that funny? It's kind of like an adult cracking up over a fart joke, right? I mean, come on. Yeah, as a kid, farts are funny, right? But as an adult, come on. I mean, come on. And all the swearing stuff, it's gotten so bad that there are many movies I can't even watch. I'll get up and walk out, or I'll sell the DVD if I bought it, just because they're just swearing to swear. And what they're doing is, if you pay attention to the feeling of that, it drives your vibration down. Understand that. It drives your vibration down when you allow that to be your form of entertainment. Another thing that we saw, and this really got strong during the 8 years of Obama, is this whole thing of dressing inappropriately, dressing down for everything. You know, it's supposed to be cool. You're resisting the establishment now, right? We wear our pajamas to the grocery store or to college classes or out to eat. I see people wearing raggedy hoodies in nice high-class restaurants. I see, everybody trying to dress with this thug life type of thing. Do I even have to mention how low vibration that is? Do I even have to mention that at this point? I would hope not. What happened to class and elegance and tradition? Well, today it's scoffed at or outrightly attacked. Right? But those are the things that raise our vibration. If you're going to a nice restaurant, you dress up a little bit. You feel a little better. Your vibration rises, and you raise your vibration to match that of the establishment. Okay? If an establishment has class, then it's good to have class. It's good to have some elegance. It's good to be part of a tradition. These things are good. We cannot allow them to be sacrificed because someone scoffs at you because you participate that way. I don't care what anybody thinks or says. Hey, if I know that is right, that is what I'm going to do. And I don't care what they call me. There's no name they can call me that's going to lower my vibration, right? But this is another thing they have going on right now, don't they? They're calling everybody a racist, a xenophobe, a homophobe, I don't even know. They got a phobe for everybody and everything. They're just making all that crap up now, right? You're an ist or a phobe for something. All that's just mindless stupidity. They're using those things to lower your vibration. This is also why we have the so-called social justice warriors, right? Those and trolls, these people all over the internet and things. All of these people are just there to lower your vibration. You don't have to participate in any of it. You can sidestep all of it, right? How easy is that? So all of these attempts that they have to lower our vibration, to keep our vibrations from rising and our consciousness from shifting and rising and expanding, all of their attempts are feeble at best, but it is our ego that allows it in. So we have to work on two things here. We have to be able to work on our own ego and overcome our own ego, and at the same time avoid the influences that are being thrust upon us by these external sources. You might also notice the incredible amount of shame and guilt that's being placed on nearly every type of person for one reason or another, their color, their religion, anything they can dream up. They're trying to get people into a state of fear, shame, and guilt. Why? Because those are some of the lowest vibrational frequencies that we can have as a human being. They want us in the bottom of the barrel. They're not taking any chances. They want our vibration as low as it can go, so there is absolutely no chance of us participating in this consciousness shift that requires a high vibration. I urge you not to allow that to happen. Do not feel guilty for anything that's being pushed. Do not feel ashamed for anything that's being pushed. You know what's right and what's wrong. And when the truth comes out, and it's coming out slow but sure, when that truth comes out, these people that are pushing this agenda are going to be exposed for just how perverse they are and how they are the ones that are truly living in a state of shame and guilt, and for good reason. Don't allow them to project their guilt and shame onto you. And be careful. Start to open your eyes and pay very close attention to the things that are going on in the world that are meant to inflate your ego. Okay? We want to watch this. I heard some ads on the radio as we were on the road the other day and listening to Christmas songs on the radio. And evidently now you can be considered a hero. If you go outside and put up Christmas lights or you do your job, you're a hero. Right? It's appealing to your ego. Or you can be a warrior for life. A warrior for life if you donate blood. Now, I'm all for donating blood, but really, a warrior for life because you give a little blood? I mean, come on. We have to understand these things for what they are, people. We have to see these tactics. They're showing up in marketing and everything else. It's appealing to your ego. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. The more you get control of your ego, you don't want to turn around and have these things start to invoke it again, right? To where you have to interact with that ego all over again and try and allow it to die again. Don't fall for it. Okay? All of that started with every child gets a trophy, whether they participate or not, right? That sort of thing. And this is where it ended up. So we have to be very careful. We have to understand that some of these things are our own doing from our own sense of ego, and it prevents us from living in a high vibration filled with love, joy, and appreciation. And this is the time of year for a high vibration, lots of love, holding a constant state of appreciation and gratitude, and experiencing joy. My wife and I went out and got new stockings this year, and both of our stockings say joy on them. And I think that is far more powerful than believe or anything like that. All I put up is something with joy, love, or appreciation. And that is what we choose to embody this holiday season. So remember, it is your choice. And although we are being literally bombarded in every possible way with negative influences and forces, we can avoid their influence. If we raise our vibration, that sort of stuff cannot touch us, cannot affect us. So all it takes is for you to raise your vibration. So regardless of your religious or spiritual stance, this time of year can be the perfect time for you to raise your vibration and recharge your vibrational battery. Spread a little bit of love to those that you know, your friends, your family. Make sure you offer a little additional appreciation and gratitude for those who help you in your life. And make sure that you live joyfully. Celebrate the holiday. Celebrate it in your own way. Whatever it is to you doesn't matter. Even if you're nothing, choose to celebrate anyway. You can still have a celebration. You can make it a holiday without having to subscribe to any dogma. Just make it your own, but use it as an opportunity at the end of the year to recharge your vibrational battery and get that frequency up. Right now, more than ever, we need it. And if we're going to go into 2018, which has got the potential to be the year of unity and human harmony, we all need to have a high vibration. You can do it. You can do it. Surround yourself with things that raise your vibration. All it takes is a little bit of awareness. Pay attention to how you're feeling. If something makes you feel badly, then it is lowering your vibration. Find those things that make you feel good. Find those things that you can enjoy in your life that allow you to live more fully. Be careful of the choices of entertainment and distraction that you allow to be placed in front of you. Otherwise, you're in a constant struggle between something trying to lower your vibration and yourself trying to raise it. And that can get very tiring very quickly, very taxing. So if you've gotten caught up in all of the hype of everything going on right now, especially in the United States, do yourself a giant favor. Let it go for a bit. Come on. Give it a week or 2 weeks or whatever. Let it go. Drop it all. Just stop it. You don't have to be addicted to that sort of stuff. You can set it aside, forget about it, and instead spend that time focusing on your high vibration. It's very easy to do. If you want the most effective way to raise your vibration that I know of, then I would encourage you to purchase the Appreciation Mastery Program. It is incredible, and it will give you real practices that are easy, simple to use. I still use these to this very day, and they help me keep my vibration high regardless of what is going on in the world. You can order the Appreciation Mastery Program at www.expansionmastery.com. I encourage you to get yours. It is a great way to defend against all of these negative forces that are being thrust upon us right now by those who would like to suppress the consciousness shift. Please visit me at www.expansionmastery.com. That's where you can get your Appreciation Mastery Program. And make sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook. You can find my author page at Robert D. Bessler. And I'm also placing these podcasts as well as some exclusive video content on my YouTube channel, which is also at Robert D. Bessler. So make sure if you go there, hit the subscribe button so you get updates. I'm giving only brief videos and special offers and things on there right now, and you can access this podcast show through there as well. My friends, I wish you the very best. I hope you have an incredible holiday. I hope your vibration soars. I hope your heart is overflowing with love and that you are just so filled with joy and appreciation that you go on to this natural vibrational high that feels like you can never come down. You can choose to live your life there. That's our nature. That's our true nature. Open your heart. Don't be afraid. And share that heartfelt connection with those people you love. Make sure to wish them well this holiday season. Tell them you love them. Tell them you appreciate them. Tell them they bring you joy. Tell them. They need to hear it, and you need to say it. Until next time, my friends, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and please enjoy your celebration to the fullest.